Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood,
Boy.
we are after the show, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
May 22nd, 2017, after the show was going down, man. Had a hell of a show. We're in Versus Week right now.
Yes.
And some of the things we did with Versus, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people called up for that.
Yeah.
We put Louie G up against some kids.
That was
Spelling,
hilarious.
math,
Smart kids.
geometry, everything. And he failed. You know what I'm saying?
Smart
But
Kids who are currently studying.
yes, currently
Yes.
studying
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
But we
I
did
bet if
learn
you
from
ask
them.
them something in your world,
Exactly,
they get it
dog.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, how much does it cost for an average lap dance?
Exactly.
How
How
much
many
does it
ounces
cost?
in a beer?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Tell
In a
them.
pint.
Tomorrow
Like-
when we do this, we're going to throw it back
Exactly,
at
dog.
them. Like, oh, well, smarty pants.
How do you cook the perfect
What about
steak?
this? Yeah, how do you cook the perfect steak? You know what I'm saying? When at a strip club, when they say 2 for 1, about how many minutes is that for real?
Yes.
And are they getting into the second or the third verse?
Is it a full song
I don't
or
think so.
half a song, homie?
Exactly.
They don't
There
know.
it is. So when they throw it at you tomorrow,
Yeah,
throw
man.
it back at them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Send something.
Ask them like, hey, who's your real dad?
Oh.
Even if they think they know their real dad, when you ask, you'll totally mess them up for the rest of their lives.
Oh my God.
Who's your real
Oh, yeah,
dad?
do you have
is that my
Santa's
dad?
number?
Yeah.
Yeah, does Santa really live
We
in
don't
want to
mess up that for the
Wow,
kids.
that's-
You know what I'm
that's-
saying?
that's
Like,
going
man,
too
you
far.
You're going
Yeah.
wrong
Yeah,
now.
whoa.
Right? This is a
One
man
step
that
too
doesn't
far.
have kids. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And plus, if you start doing a whole day, there supposedly there is no Santa Claus, you
Yeah.
mess off all your elf work for the summer
Yes.
for Christmas vacation.
That's true.
Way
Dog.
north.
You know what I'm
It is
saying?
seasonal,
You
so I
know
need it.
Santa Claus, Jack.
Why are you acting like
You
don't
should be the
exist?
last one to say something crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get something crazy out of the way. Louie, we'll start with you, bro.
Yo, so I got a homie, right, who's
you don't.
trying to like better himself in life.
Oh, what is wrong with him?
Every time I see him, he's always trying, always giving me these like talks about, yo, man, like, yeah, I'm getting my stuff together. I'm getting a job. I'm doing this. And he tells me this, but every time I see him, it's always something. He's always doing something. He's doing the same thing, dog. I don't see any progression with this dude, right? This is the same guy that was driving us around forever. And then finally I realized that his license was suspended.
Yes.
Oh,
So now he got
his
his now
friend.
he got his license. I know he has a little record behind him and stuff like that. So he
like a
decides-
record, like a criminal record,
Right.
or
Yeah,
like
like
he
some
put out an
bad
album.
driving
Yeah,
record.
like some
Oh,
kind
okay.
of criminal record, right? Like some kind of record. He's always doing something.
all do.
Anyways, so this guy decides, okay, I got my license now. He goes and buys a car. Goes and gets the car, right?
Uh-oh.
Tinted. He does a limo tint on all the windows.
Uh-oh.
All the windows. Hold on. Not all. When I say all the windows, I'm talking about dude decided to tint his
The front
front
glass.
windshield,
Oh
dog.
my God. What? Are you
And I'm
serious?
sitting there
You're
like,
joking.
Rhino. Like,
Whatever it is, listen to the name.
it's his homie. It's a homie Rhino, man. I'm like sitting there like, bro, aren't you trying to like stay away from trouble? Like, what's going on? Like, that's a clear sign to pull someone over.
Hell yeah.
And you're driving around with like these.
And then when they pull them over and say, where the guns and the dope, just tell them in the back.
Yeah, pretty
Might
much.
as well, like, wait,
and
wow.
you're driving
Dope.
around with the wrong people. You're both pelones. Like
Oh,
everybody in your car is always up and low. You're always
man.
everyone's bald. Like up to no. Like I don't understand this dude, man. But he's trying to
asking to be
better
That's
himself.
one of them
and-
cats where you like, man, you need a ride? Like, nah, I'm straight.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
man.
I'm straight, man.
Like,
I'm
how
just
do you
going to jump
get-
on this skateboard.
I have a cousin who had the same mentality back in the day. So obviously he was in and out of prison. But like, how do you get to these? Like, how do you make these people understand?
These people, wow.
I'm just.
Did you hear this?
It's,
Man.
it's the same mind state that my cousin used to have. Junior, like I know a few people that are just like they're trying to better themselves, but they just can't. Like they just keep picking at it. And
Well,
picking
you
at
know
it.
what, man? This is
And-
when you come in as a cousin and as
Yeah.
a friend, and you stop doing after the shows about them,
Oh, that's true.
and
I
you
give
give them some real help.
Right.
If
I
you would have
guess,
taken
man.
this
Well, I want some
3.5
advice from
minutes
I want
that
some
you
advice
spent
from you guys.
telling them, you know what you
Tell
got
them.
to
How
tell
do
them.
I got it? I tell them all the time, like, right now, it's not the way to do it. Like, what you're gonna get pulled over? Oh,
Well, you told them then, all right?
yeah,
So,
okay, well that's good.
There it
man.
is right
You
there.
don't
You
need our
did your
advice
part.
then.
Dog,
Yeah,
like,
you
he-
did your part as a friend.
he just
now
doesn't
you got to go to that
learn.
next level now.
Yeah,
You got to call the police on them.
Oh,
that'll
You got
teach
to
him.
call the police,
That'll
man.
teach
it's
him.
called tough love.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
called tough
God.
love. You
That
tell
was
them, and you
learned.
got to hit them with one of those mommy things where you say,
Yeah.
"Hey, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you."
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom used to tell
Really?
me that. I was
It's
like,
gonna
"Well,
hurt
give
me?
me the belt. Let me hit you." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you in
This
pain,
is gonna
mama.
hurt me more
Yeah,
than
more
it's
than it
gonna
hurts you. But you know what, dude? If
That's a
anyone
good
ever
one.
heard that in their life,
Yeah.
this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Now being a parent,
You understand it?
I understand it totally,
Oh.
man. Because
Yeah.
if I have to hit my kids, it's gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt
Yeah.
me. That damn, like, oh,
It got to that
man.
point.
Yeah, so I could understand. I don't know if my mom felt the same way.
Yeah.
You know, if she
I
was-
don't think my mom cared.
maybe
Me
maybe
neither.
just did hurt her hand.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn.
the belt.
This is hurting me more than it's hurting you.
Chancla.
Yeah, but you get your little ones, man. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
Damn.
discipline by the belt. I don't discipline by my hand.
What else
nothing.
is something that you like now you understand as a dad?
Oh man,
Like I trip out like with all my friends have kids, so I'm just sitting there like
loving
all right.
your kids, not
Like-
just unconditionally,
Yeah.
but not having. I don't have a favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, my mom, I didn't feel like, oh, she loved the girls better or she loved Kenny better. I just felt love. And that's the way I try to raise my kids as well. You know what I'm saying? But then there are double standards in certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jaden came home, which I would, God forbid, and he lost his virginity at 17, that would be different to me than my daughter Jade losing her virginity at 17.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's different. But as far as like love and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Yeah, but the it'll hurt me more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah, I
a
haven't
good
hit
one.
my kids with that one. You haven't, I don't rule by the belt or the fist. But
Yeah.
we'll see. Well, they still young too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Probably got to break Jaden's jaw when he get about 16.
Stop it.
Oh, really?
Come on,
Oh, okay.
to
That's
teach
too
him a
much?
lesson.
Yeah. Step on Chula's foot. I can't do that.
Come
Oh,
on.
okay.
dog.
Well, I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
5 years ago, I didn't know where I'd be at as a parent right now. So give me a little bit of time.
my
All righty,
gosh.
now, Natalia, we are on to you. And congratulations on your pregnancy.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I'm going to say when she get pregnant. Somebody heard that the wrong way. They're going to be like, oh, my God, she's pregnant?
Pregnant.
Yeah, all
I
right.
am
She's not pregnant. Go
Not
ahead now, my
pregnant.
love.
It was drinking yesterday, so I'm definitely not
Hello.
pregnant.
Show you right.
So there's this video that's going around. I know you guys have seen it, and it just cracked me up. So Melania Trump is walking with Donald Trump and a couple other people, and it looks like some grainy footage because it's like almost like a security camera, almost, if you will. And he goes to
You
when,
must have watched different footage
Oh,
then
really?
because I think the one that I saw, I wouldn't put
very
it as
clear.
grainy.
Oh, mine was a little like blurry, like
maybe I could be
fuzzy.
remixing it, too.
Maybe I
Okay.
need glasses.
Well, maybe
Who
you
knows?
do. You know what I'm saying?
Because you do look a little blurry. No, I was
Crazy?
kidding.
Yeah,
No.
well, I should. I'm sick. And when you're sick, you look like this. You know what I'm saying?
So he's walking, they're walking down this walkway, and he puts his hand behind her, kind of like, oh, honey. He does the, hey, hold my hand
Yeah.
kind of move. And she goes and
Yeah,
swats
she
it.
did a getaway. She almost did like an F that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like an F that. Like, oh, they're
hilarious.
probably
Wrong with
arguing
you?
on the plane.
Yes.
Then they're going to get out and try to front. And neither one of them are president and first lady for real.
Right. Yeah.
So they don't know how to get off and, put that down. She,
Gotta act
man,
right.
she did. Now, I don't know what he could say it was.
He can't.
Like, I don't know how you write that off. Like, no, you guys, that's not what it was. She was,
Yeah.
swatting one of those,
Yeah. Oh, she
flies
saw
away
me
from her
have
hand.
poop on my hand, so she didn't
Yeah,
want it to
like
no.
yeah, but she did one of those. Like, man, get out of here with
Get
that.
out of here.
I want like her to leave him and just do a tell-all book.
Man,
She
She just
Imagine.
like
He probably
tells
put
us
the tell-all
everything
book
about
gonna be
it.
written, and it's gonna be somebody else's book. You know what I'm saying? Writing up for herself. It's gonna be, wait, hold on,
somebody-
man, what the hell?
This
Like,
is
dude,
Big Boys.
You take
this
the
is
book
Charlemagne the
off.
God's book. When did she start on the radio? She part of the Breakfast Club.
Oh
Like,
my
what
gosh,
the
that's
hell?
hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know what their relationship is like because even for the last few
man.
months, I mean, she was living in New York. He's mainly at the White House in Florida. It's just like I can't imagine them having this very true, genuine,
man.
loving
Right,
relationship.
not
Yeah,
at
there's
all.
no way they're making love, dog.
Oh,
like,
hell
no.
If anything, it's like I gotta give it to him today.
It's
Or so
oh,
like,
it's the
oh,
last
yeah.
Friday of the
Like,
month. I have 2 minutes. Here we
And he
go.
a big old something too,
Got
man.
a big old belly. That's
Yeah,
so
I
gross.
remember dude George Lopez was in here, and George was like, have you ever seen him just big? And I'm like, but there's a picture of him. It could be photoshopped or not, but I'm gonna go with that it's not. When he's getting in the plane, this is the angle. Man, his ass looked like Nicki Minaj on this picture. Yeah, not quite as beautiful,
I think I've seen
but
it.
just it's voluptuous,
I
Jack.
think I've seen it.
I
Yeah,
need to Google
man.
this right now.
Got more movies than I do.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, I
it's-
think I know which one you're talking about. I think I found it.
Yeah, let me see. Is he getting into like the airport? Yes.
Oh,
My man, he ain't lacking in the
cheese.
back end. That ass is on
Oh, my
fleek,
gosh.
man. We got to make sure we put that up.
Put that up.
Yeah,
I just
man.
wonder
Big
how
boy.
he treats her like behind closed doors. I just imagine
Like
him
an
being like the
employee.
worst
He
ever.
Put
Like
her
an
down all
employee.
the time.
He got to be the worst, man.
Demanding and just
throwing
There,
stuff in her
there is
face.
nothing that's like loving about that
At
dude.
all.
And you got to think he's extremely successful.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of those where, it's my way, the highway,
Right.
it's this, it's that,
Yeah.
non-negotiable, like this
Yeah,
is the
you-
way it's done.
You were nothing. I
That's
made
why
you something. Like,
he tries to rule the country.
yeah, dog. That's crazy.
The way that he does, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to, and then you go back and you're like, no, wait, hold on, man, you can't do and say those
Yeah.
things, So can
Yeah.
you imagine if he just say, Muslim ban, no travel, the wall, this, that, and the other? And if there weren't people in Congress or just in government to slow that down, can you imagine what happens in his real boardroom when it was just business?
Oh my God.
And you couldn't say anything, or you couldn't go against the grain, and your value, your opinion wasn't valued. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
So she definitely can't put him on shut up or step down in the house.
Right.
You know what
Not
I'm
at
saying?
all.
Like,
Sucks.
no telling that he probably about to look at that footage and be like, man, what was that about? You're fired.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah, and
You're
I
fired.
can tell you straight up, dude, if she had a real homegirl that she could confide in, she would tell her friend, I do not want to be first lady.
Yes,
Yeah.
1,000%. She does not want.
Yeah,
she
that's
doesn't.
Miserable.
Yeah, man.
All she wanted to do was just get married and have a nice life and buy.
And they had a nice life.
yeah.
This dude could travel when he wanted, do business how he wanted.
Like, I believe that she tries to be a good mother. I
Right,
feel
right.
that she's
Right.
very attentive towards her son. I think she, like, that's her, like, pride and joy. That's, like, her life surrounds him. So I think that she probably can be this
And that's the
warm.
10-year-old, right?
The 10-year-old, yeah.
Yeah,
So one good thing she got out of
Yeah.
it.
And he, he just gave him a position in the White House.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
He's
is
a
so
sous
exciting.
chef now.
He's
a
a whole
Chef.
sous chef, and he's in charge of the nuclear bomb. Yeah.
He's got the codes.
Yeah.
He's walking around with a mini briefcase.
My man just be
and
handing out jobs to the family. You know what I'm saying?
Take the nuclear position.
Like,
There you
yeah.
Oh my God.
Now you're a good kid. If you see anything on, push that button right there. All right now. Ayyde, we're on
Oh
you,
my
baby.
God.
Oh my God. So I went and got a Thai massage a few days ago. That
A Thai massage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thai
go ahead.
massage. And I just thought it was like a regular kind of massage. You know, I've never really been to a Thai massage, and I didn't think nothing of it.
So
I
I've never
just,
been to one either.
I just wanted to be rubbed down. So I was
Right.
like, oh, this
Well,
is
you
gonna be
should've
fine.
called us.
What's up?
So I go in there, whatever, and you know they have the
I love how
sign
she
like
said that. I just wanted to be rubbed.
I did. I just
Christ.
I
How
was
much
like,
you pay for that?
45.
I would have gave you 45 to rub you down. All right, go ahead.
So I go in there and there's this sign, of course, that says, you know, like no sexual favors, don't ask, or you need to get kicked out.
Really?
That was in the place you went to?
It had
That's
a
bad.
picture, and I was like,
I've been to a
okay.
place like that. It says this is not that type of place. Do
Like,
not
don't
ask
ask.
for
If you
anything
got a
Get kicked
post
out.
that,
Hilarious, dog.
dude, I've never been to a massage spot that had that
Nah.
posted.
It had it. I took a picture of it.
And did it say no
Oh my gosh.
no weapons allowed?
No.
Did it have that in there?
No,
And you
it
got to
just
use
said
ours?
no sexual.
Oh,
it just said
okay.
no sexual favors. So she starts giving me
Hilarious.
she starts giving me a massage or whatever, right? And I swear I was hearing like weird noises. Maybe I was making it up in my head, but I really feel like there was something going on in the room, like next to me.
Yeah, if you posting it, it's going down.
And so then, like, I kind of opened my eyes because I felt like I was hearing things. And like at this point, she's like
And
on
she
my
was
right
rubbing
leg.
herself.
She was like on my
She was
right.
grinding her clitoris on your
No.
leg. Okay, go ahead. What was
She's
it?
unbuttoning her pants.
She was like rubbing me, but she was being so lazy.
I'm just imagining that right now.
Wait,
She was. I opened my eye and,
and
was
she
just
had
like,
her shirt off.
She was just like this. Let me see her arm.
Like,
Just
Like
touching
just
your
rubbing,
arm?
like whatever with one hand.
But
like,
did it feel good?
It was just
hey,
weird.
dude, let me
it
tell
was
you.
just like a.
I told you about the day
crazy.
when we had taken the kids to school, and it was one day I was off for something, and my wife and I, we had a little bit of time, and so I was going to go get a massage.
Okay.
And so we went to this one place, and I was like, baby, I don't think that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I went to another place, and I really just wanted my legs because I was retaining water in my legs.
Yeah.
I just wanted my legs done. So we went to this one of those reflexologies, legs and feet and all that. So I go inside, and I should have known then. This is like, they probably had that same sign in there.
Hilarious.
So I go, and it's like before you walk in, there's just a window, and it's all boarded off. You know what I'm saying? So it almost felt like when you're going to go smash at a motel, and it's like, you know, the family
Quick
living in there,
little
just
thing.
kind of come over like, hey, man. Help you. And so they give me a piece of paper, and it's like, you know, fill out like, where you like the
Right.
attention places. And so I put, you know, my legs, and I put this, that, and the other, and, you know, I'm swelling, so on and so forth. So I really wanted attention on my legs. So I get in there, and they had like some outfit you're supposed to put on. I'm like, man, I'm not putting these boxers and this shirt on. You know what I'm saying? So I let that go, and the lady comes in, and I'm laying down, and she's doing a massage, and I guess I must have came during her lunchtime because her stomach kept growling. And then, did I tell you this? And then she started like belching, and I was like, and I told her, I said, "Are you all right?" And then she got on my back, which I've never had somebody like have a massage and get on my back.
So
You know what I'm saying?
weird. So
It's-
weird.
But her
Oh,
massage too was just like whatever. It was just like whatever. And so now I'm like, dude, she said, okay, thank you. She's done. I'm like, okay, but you didn't do. She asked me if I want
Yeah.
anything else, and I said, well, you didn't do my legs. And she was like, oh, I said, they gave me a piece of paper that specifically asked what I wanted, and you didn't pay any attention to my legs.
That's the
And
worst.
so now she gets on my legs. She kind of just like, and I'm like, so I'm done.
Yeah.
And so I go, and I don't know if I paid out front, but I remember I think I paid her.
Okay.
Because if I didn't pay her, because her next thing was tip.
This is where I'm going with the story.
Okay. Well, you go ahead, because I don't got
Yo,
all in your
my
lane.
face, I could not believe this. So I pay after this whack ass massage. I'm gonna go pay, and I pay with my card, right? But I had $10 cash. And I like to do that. If I have cash, I'd rather tip you with cash than on my card. It's something weird in me, but I do it. So I had already closed out 45, and I signed, and I'm handing it to her, and she looks at the receipt, doesn't even look at me. She's like, "You no tip me."
Uh-oh.
And like literally right as she said that, she looked up and she felt so stupid because with my
to.
left, I already had the $10 cash.
Yeah, man.
And I was just like, and in my head, I was like, it's not mandatory to tip you. First of all, you beat me up.
Right,
You were like,
yeah.
It wasn't a good
You
massage.
jacked me off like a pink. You touched me like I had you just rubbing on my arm. She probably saw that you was a female, and she was like, oh, man.
This is whack. I was like, but I've never had anybody like almost demand a tip from me.
Yeah.
That I was like really in shock. Like, what is going on? And then as I like saw that, I saw a sign that like with emojis of like how happy they get with how much you tip them.
That's stupid as
I
hell.
was like, wait, what? What did I walk into?
Dude, the place where I was at, the massage was whack.
Like what?
And then she asked me for a tip. So I'm like, so I give her a tip. Then she asked me for more.
No.
Yes, dude.
On top
And
of
by then I was like, man, what the fuck? You didn't do nothing.
Oh my God.
Wait, you really
Like
did
I
that?
was done. And I was like, I didn't want her to touch me or do no, like what they call it, happy ending stuff.
Right.
But give me the massage
Right.
that I paid for. And so she was like, oh, and so man, I went and pissed in this sink, clogged it up and left.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
I was wondering if you were
Got them back.
Oh, you know the story?
I remember you telling
Oh
this
my
story.
Hell
God.
yeah, man. Sorry about that, you guys. That was gross. But you weren't there. I felt totally disrespected. I just want to throw the disrespect back. You know what I'm saying?
my gosh.
It's
And I remember I
hilarious.
walked out, man, and I went to at some point I went to my martial arts instructor, probably the same day or whatever. And I asked him, I said, Master Ree, I said, have you ever went and got a massage at this place? And he was like, oh no, big boy, I don't go there. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh.
It's one of those places.
Yeah, I should have known they had all this medical stuff on the front. And then they had
Hilarious.
They
something,
made
it
it too.
said LOOSE, weight. LOOSE weight. So you can lose
Loose
weight.
it.
Do you remember when I put that up on my Instagram?
I
Like,
seen
man,
that, dog.
what's wrong here?
I didn't remember seeing that.
Yeah, lose weight.
That's
You know what I'm
hilarious.
saying? Show you right.
That happened to me at a bar too one time. I remember I took out my friends for his birthday and we ran up a bill like it was like $200, right? So I was gonna pay with my card, but I had cash, so I was gonna tip him. So I had paid with my card. She hands me, I hand her the receipt. I sign. I'm reaching in my back pocket to grab the cash, and she looks at the receipt and she goes, "No tip, no effing tip."
She said no
Yes,
effing tip.
and I was like, I looked at her like I was in shock. I was like, what? What's going on right now?
She said, give me the tip, motherfucker.
And then after that, I was just like, man, no tip.
They probably
And then I
get
took
that
out the
a lot,
cash and I
though.
just showed it to her, and I was just like, nope, not at all.
They probably do
That's
get that a lot
crazy.
though, like at a bar or like the restaurant industry, where they do have like these high tabs and then nobody like tips them out, right?
I love
But
how
it doesn't make
quick
it-
to do
it. Doesn't
I
make it
love
right.
how
She
you
was
got to
quick.
tip everywhere, though.
Yeah.
I told you the donut shop right here.
No.
The people own the donut shop.
No.
If you buy a dozen donuts, it is their picture on the box. And they have a
What they're
tip
talking
jar
about.
right in
Stop.
front of you.
Tip them to get
I
a
remember,
donut
dude,
and
I
put
was
it
at
in a
the
box.
airport and I went and I got my water. I got my fruit. You had to get everything. You had to slide it down. And the person that was right there, they sit down on a bar stool
Kind of looking at you
and
like,
ring your stuff up. I'm like, dude, you did absolutely nothing. And at the airport, everything is expensive anyway.
right?
I was like, dude, you did nothing but sat here
Yeah,
and
man.
punched this in, and I got to give you a tip?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
man, you crazy as
It's
hell.
crazy.
I
I
didn't give
hate-
them a lot, but I always feel obligated.
I hate the restaurants that already like automatically like add.
Put it in. I like that,
I
though.
prefer that
Yeah,
because
me
then
too.
then you go, okay, that's what we're supposed
Yeah,
to
and
tip
I
you.
tip
Everyone
well.
can,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
sometimes you'll go in big groups and there'll be someone in that group who doesn't put in for the tip or the tax.
true. It doesn't
but
add
if it's
for that.
like,
Yep.
look, it's already here. this part of
Fair.
your total, put it in, and let's just all be even and get out of here.
Or when the homies wait for you to do that fake ass off the butt. Like,
Oh,
you got it?
yeah.
Oh, you got it? Oh, okay. All righty. You know, like my family invited me to my nephew's thing. Oh, you're not going to make it? I'm like, man, I know why y'all want me to make it. You know what I'm saying? But then when I didn't tell them I was coming, I walked in, it was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank
Like,
you.
yes, we will have
Thank you,
appetizers.
Jesus. Can we order some more, please? Thank
Another
you so
round.
much. Yes.
Can we get the menus again?
Yeah. What is this goat cheese fondue? I never had this
try
before.
that today.
Let's try that. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us after. Yeah, let me get this filet mignani or whatever this is. But thank you guys for hanging out with us
Thank
after the
you.
show. You can always catch Big Boy's Neighborhood, Radio BigBoy.com, man, where you never miss a show. You never miss a moment. That is Big Boy on Demand. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here, man. We done held you guys up long enough. Natalia on Instagram.
Hey, Natalia, H-E-Y, Natalia.
All righty now. DJ Vic One.
Vic Wonder.
Hello.
Vic Wonder.
Viconer. Vic Wonder. Louie G.
I still can't believe you hit the sync. But anyways,
Yeah.
on
I know, that's
Instagram, Real
nasty.
Louie G.
All righty. And Ayyde.
Ayyde all day. Iday all day.
And I am at Big Boy. Y'all hit us up, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with us after the show. Big Boy's
Big Boy.
Neighborhood.